What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? A podcast about life in the music industry. I'm your host, Patrick Tarnowski. With me, as every time, is my co-host, Matt Reed. Welcome. Hang out.
Thank you, Pat.
What's up?
I'm
Such a good introductor.
I hear it every time.
Every time. I try to change it up just a little bit every time and usually flub on it because I'm terrible.
That little seasoning.
Yeah, just little seasonings.
Little Salt Bay action on the intro.
Yeah. Today, we've got Jeremy from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada's Nicolas Rage. Jeremy, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for having me. That was a great intro, too. Awesome.
Yeah, see, that one.
That worked.
Chef's kiss on that one.
It worked. I didn't hear any flubs.
He even gave me my correct last name. He likes to mispronounce my last name a lot because it's just such a hard last name to say.
Wasn't it Reed?
It's Reed, yeah. So hear me out. Look, okay. For the longest time, I haven't done it in a long time.
I had COVID a couple months ago, and you did it when I missed the show.
Yeah, you missed the show, and I did it.
What mistakes do you get? I need to know.
So for no really great reason, I used to think I used to constantly call him Matt Reeves, like Matt Reeves, not Matt Reed, or Matt Reeve. I think I didn't put an S at the end. Matt Reeve, and you know, after he like corrected me, I'm like, well, if you could see behind me, and this is what I always, if you could see behind me, I'm a big fan of Superman. And I got Christopher Reeve behind me, and it's probably because Matt's my Superman. So that's why I would call him Matt Reeve, because he's my Superman.
See, that's a beautiful mistake then. You can't even get mad at that.
I know.
It's wonderful.
And maybe I came up with it because I wanted to, you know, tug at his heartstrings a little bit and also make him feel like a jackass. You know, because I'm like, you gonna fuck with me? You're my Superman, bud.
Yeah, that's the best way to get back at anyone.
And you can't even be mad because maybe I'm lying and maybe I'm not.
Yeah. No way to know.
And you'll never know. Unless you can dive deep into my mind tunnel.
It's a tunnel.
Yeah.
It's nothing else. Just tunnel. It's just a tunnel.
My mind crevasse.
There's like not much can go in a tunnel. It's just all linear. It's like your mind's just okay. Sorry. I've never heard anyone say mind tunnel before.
I know. I just came up with it. It was a thing.
That was good.
Yeah, I try. You know.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Weird like that.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, your song "Dirty Talk" hit a huge milestone. 1 million streams on Spotify.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how it felt. Hit that number.
Honestly, just I didn't even like. I saw it coming, and we talked about it a couple weeks before it happened, and we're like, guys, one of our songs is gonna hit 1 million, I think. And we were all just kind of like blown away because we actually almost didn't record that song. We used to play it live, and then a lot of people in the city, like, we'd end with it just because the breakdown live, we go pretty buck at the very ending of the song. And then our producer, when we brought him in to record our first or our second batch of singles, we were only going to do one. He's like, dude, I've seen you guys live a bunch and you play this one song. Can you play it for me now? And we played it. And then he's like, you gotta record that one. Like, I don't care, like, if your budget's low, like, you could figure out how to pay me, like, you need to record that song. So we did it, and then we released it and had no idea it was going to get on a bunch of big playlists. And then we had no idea that people would actually save the song and like just spin it every day. And yeah, it's insane how different that song is from every other song on our freaking. No one cares about anything else. They're just like, Dirty Talk. I like Dirty Talk. But no, man, it's an amazing feeling. And like I said, I never we play music for fun when we first started the band, and then as it started getting more serious, still just to think of that milestone, it's always something we wanted to do, but to actually see it happen, it's still kind of, it's hard to believe some days, it's a really, really cool feeling. And want other people to feel that feeling because it was great.
Hell yeah. I mean, 1 million streams is like, that's a wild milestone to think about, you know?
It's a lot. And that's just one platform too, right? So to think about like all the other platforms too, I don't know how to track that, but the only reason we're making money is because of Laugh and Dirty Talk. Because those songs got on a Crash Course, and then I think they got on a few other bigger playlists when they first came out. So
Sure.
it really just kick-started everything. The algorithm picked us up, throws us on everyone's daily what's the word I'm looking for? It's like their daily playlists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to pop punk, when it first came out, our song kind of got pushed quite a bit because of the playlist it was on. And then from there, yeah, we get people from all over the world who just know us because of that song, which is a really, really surreal feeling. So it was really cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it blew my mind. I still can't think. That's
Yeah,
a big
I mean,
number, man.
like,
It's a big.
because you know, there's just even hitting 1,000 streams for people like that's a huge milestone. So like adding that many zeros after it,
Yeah,
it's freaking awesome.
it's cool. And it's like, to put in perspective, like all of our songs put together, like I don't think have 1 million streams other than, you know what I mean? So,
Well, it that is such a huge number though, you know.
it's so big. Like I think Laugh is a little over 500,000 now, which is really cool. But then like everything else kind of gravity's at a little over 100K, and then everything else after that kind of drops off. So adding all that together, it doesn't even come to the number that Dirty Talk is. And then just by the numbers we see on Spotify for artists, like it gets like I don't know, like 1,000 streams a day or something still. So it's crazy that someone can like a song for that long. That's what blows my mind, is that people are still listening to it, which is really cool. So
Hell yeah.
did something right with a song that we weren't even going to record. It always ends up
Sometimes
way.
that's just the way it works.
Yeah. And then it's like we write a pop record instead of like a heavy record. I was like, I don't know. It's not really like my voice style, you know, like I like to kind of belt and sing a little bit more. And that one was a little bit more yelly, kind of talk singing.
Right.
So it's just not the style I typically write in.
Mm-hmm.
So the EP just kind of went in a different direction, but who knows? Maybe one day we'll come out with something heavy.
Do you have any other new tours or EPs or albums in the work right now?
Yeah, right now we're working on EP2.
Ooh.
So with the label Revival Recordings, I ended up moving from Edmonton, Alberta back home. I'm from St. John, New Brunswick.
Okay.
So I was just kind of out there by myself. My family moved back about 4 years ago, and it just kind of got to a point in life where I was just kind of missing the family, and I decided to just go back home. And then we've been working on the next EP since, I'd like to say, July. Since July.
Okay.
So it's all the songs are done now. All the demos are done. I'm planning on going back to Edmonton to track the EP in June, actually.
Nice.
Ooh.
And then we are supposed to be working with a pretty cool person. I won't say yet.
Okay.
Because it's not like finalized, like the budget and everything yet.
Sure.
But we've been in the works and talking with someone who's pretty well known in pop punk, which is pretty cool. So
That's
hopefully
exciting.
that works out. He's going to mix the album
Okay.
for a pretty good budget, actually. Really, really low considering. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. So unless the label drops us, we don't know.
I think, yeah, all right. But speaking of label and Revival Recordings, you've been on Revival Recordings for a few years now. Can you talk a little bit about how that experience has been working with them?
It's been good. It was definitely that first EP cycle, like I said before, when we started the band, we started just as like a fun, you know, we all got out of university, we all learned jazz, and then we're like, screw this, we miss pop punk, so we started a pop punk band. And then it was all fun, and then Dirty Talk and Laugh did really well, and that's when we started to kind of put a little more effort in, and then that's when Revival found us. And yeah, there was just a big learning curve on like the logistics that come with, you know, you think you know until you're like actually with a team of 12 people on a Zoom call telling you like all the different categories of things you have to do. So every single has to have like a bunch of write-ups about the lyrics, about the meaning of the song, to go out to a bunch of different like publishing places for people to like
Right.
post. And then you get in contact with a bunch of podcasts or a bunch of content creators and work with them. And then you have to create the content around the single, music video, TikToks, all that stuff. And then you have to have photo shoots, and all of that kind of like piled up on us. And we tried to do it like in time,
Mhm.
which is the mistake, because you start to realize, okay, this is a lot to get done. And like,
Yeah.
you know, the single's coming out in 2 weeks and we don't even have like the music video submitted or edited yet, and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So it was definitely like an eye-opener on the amount of work that goes into it. Definitely shocked us a bit, because we put so much time on writing the songs that we kind of didn't get all the content that goes with the songs ready at the same time.
It-
So
It's
yeah,
tough.
it's definitely tough. It was a learning curve for all of us. But this next time around, like, even though I've been away, it made us have to kind of be like, you know what, we already learned from experience. This next go around, we're going to be a lot more prepared. And I think the songs are a lot better anyway as well. So I'm excited to kind of do it again.
Mhm.
Really eager to get back in there, and just like, I do love the hustle of like having another, like, it's one thing to do it as a band and the only one keeping yourself accountable is yourself.
Right.
But then when you have like an entire label of people who are like counting on you to kind of, you know, help the label grow, and they're helping us grow, it's a partnership at that point.
Mhm.
That's a whole different kind of pressure being in a band. And it's a good pressure though. And they've been so like supportive and like helping, and they're learning too.
Yeah, they're
We're kind
rad
of,
people.
yeah, well, they're awesome people. So it's been a great experience. I couldn't have asked for a better experience. I know there's like a lot of horror stories of bands that get on like a label or a bigger label, and they're just kind of like drowned out by all the bigger bands on the label, and they don't really get a chance to do
Right.
much.
Mhm.
But luckily we've been able to like hop on a label where we're with a lot of bands that are around the same level as us at the time, and we're all trying to grow together, which is a good thing, I think. And it has potential to be something special. Even like the home team on the label, like, what was it, the last like couple years, they just popped off, like the last album,
Oh, yeah.
Slow Blue.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck, right? Like, such an amazing thing. It's great for the labels, great for them. It's
Mhm.
just a really cool thing to even be tied to in any way. So no, the Revival's doing a lot of great things. So it was definitely a great experience so far, and still has been.
Nice.
Hell yeah. A lot of people don't like, I feel like, you know, a lot of bands don't understand like the amount of work that goes into like a big promotion, you know, like, you know, everybody says, yeah, you should do TikToks, you should make a video and stuff, but it's like, you don't not everybody understands like the necessity of these nowadays though. You know, it's not like it's not like it used to be where you could put out an album at a time. You got to put out like 15 singles, like 75 TikToks, a music video for every song if you can. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you
Oh,
gotta you
it's
gotta keep
tough.
people entertained.
Yeah, and like, to make people care about you, it's almost like you have to be in their face. Like, I think there's like a rule of like 4 or something like that. I can't remember the whole spiel, but if someone sees the same band like 3 or 4 times, they're not going to check you out until the 3rd or 4th time that
Right.
they see you. They might be like, okay, fine, I'm going to check this band out. But it takes a lot of effort to get into people's face and like to make people care, click on your
Right.
music. And it's not just like you could get in front of people like a bunch of times. If you don't have the content that's eye catching, it's not going to affect anyone, right? So
Mhm.
that's kind of our plan going forward. Obviously, we don't have the biggest budget either, so we can't make music videos for everything. Just
Mhm.
the time crunch we have too.
Right.
So we're probably going to pick 3 singles, but what we're going to end up doing is we're going to take each single and we're going to shoot the chorus in like a bunch of different really cool locations,
Mhm.
and then we're going to shoot the verses in a bunch of cool, really unique locations, and then we're going to try to put some sort of tagline before the song kicks in. Should be like, if you've ever felt this way, then maybe this is a song for you, and then you kind of kick into the lyrics.
Yeah,
So
smart.
it's simple, but it's like, if it's eye catching enough and the song's good enough, you're going to get some clout from that, which is good. So we're going to
Absolutely.
do that with each and every song, and then we're going to have 3 songs that have music videos, which we'll cut up into little small portions for TikTok as well. So
Hell yeah.
yeah. So but yeah, you're right. A lot of bands, like, I think they understand there's a lot of effort that goes into it, but they just don't know where to go and how
Right.
to do it.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's discouraging as artists. You put your time and effort into making these videos and TikToks, and then you get like 50 views, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, like that sucks. Yeah, like I do it too on TikTok. Like there's some videos like that don't even include my band's material. It's just something stupid where I'm like, where my
Just
older
eating a
emos
bowl
at?
of cereal.
Yeah, and it gets like thousands of views and likes and comments, and you're like, hey, here's my band, here's the art I've created for years, and like it's actually like means a lot to me. It's like my mom be like, love you, son. You know?
Yeah.
you're
You're killing it, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy the contrast and feelings you get being in this like
Then
industry. But
you'll make a video while just you sitting there eating cereal, and you'll have like 17,000 people be like, dude, I freaking love Lucky Charms. Yeah, dude,
this
I
reminds
feel
me of-
this. I feel this so hard.
It's funny how it works, isn't it? But that's how everything seems to work. Even like Dirty Talk, the song we didn't even think about. And it's just
Right.
no, that's the biggest one. And like TikToks are a content that you just put zero effort in, it gets everything. And it's like, okay. So that in itself is what's helping us kind of shape our strategy going into next. It's like, let's not overthink things too much. Let's just like make sure, like, obviously we like what's happening and like it looks cool enough.
Mhm.
And then from there on, just like make sure there's enough of it. That's it.
Well, and I mean, even bands like Punk Rock Factory have like proven that you can make a lot with little, you know, like I mean, for the longest time when they were growing, their TikToks were just them in their, like, I mean, obviously it's a fucking really rad practice space.
Yeah.
But they were just them playing,
Yeah.
you know, just in there. And
Yeah.
that's all you had to do.
Yeah. And you keep going. And that's another thing too, is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to do. It's draining, especially like I'm just not the type of person that likes to be on my phone all the time and TikToking.
Sure.
But unfortunately I'm the singer of the band.
Yeah.
So I picked the wrong instruments. But I have to. I'm a little bit quiet right now because I've been focusing a lot on the songwriting process, and I've been throwing on some like ideas here and there on TikTok. But once it gets in the flow of things again, I'll be posting every day, a couple times a day kind of thing. And that's what you got to do. But the Pop Punk Factory, those guys are sick. They're the guys that do like the Disney songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
I love
awesome.
them. Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah. And it works. And that's the thing. They've probably done it so long, they figured out what's working. And then they just kind of were like, that's our niche. Let's keep going. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Going back into your history a little bit, Nicolas Rage started back in 2018 and released your first single, Gravity.
Yeah.
Coming up on your 5-year anniversary, how has the band changed since 2018?
Oh, so much. Oh man, like when we first started, we were just all so depressed and party animals, and just like it was like, I don't know how to explain it. Picture like a really toxic relationship, but the sex is amazing.
Okay.
You know, that was Nicolas Rage at the beginning. Really toxic, really like not toxic in a way where we inflicted anything bad on anyone else. Like
Sure.
a lot of people loved us, like we were like the life of the party and stuff. But within the group, the members, like we were all just kind of, you know, we were all just really hurting people, doing a lot of drugs, drinking, just self-inflicted stuff. And unfortunately, 2 of the members had to part ways with us, and then me and the drummer kind of continued. We found, you know, we started getting better ourselves too, because obviously we were part of the issue as well.
Sure.
And just like our own mental health and everything. And that's what a lot of our music's written about, is like our mental health struggles and stuff like that. But we found 2 guys that were, you know, on the come up with their own mental health. And we all kind of now just where we are now, to put it this way, to put it like simply, our first tours, we would be fisting bottles of wine after every show and doing whatever drug we could get our hands on, fall asleep on the floor, wake up, play a show, do that for 2 weeks straight, and then come home, be miserable.
Yeah.
The last tour we went on, we booked hotels, went to bed at 10 p.m., woke up and went into the pool, went like, you know, had like the continental breakfast at 6 a.m. and
there
then
you
went
go.
to the venue on time, you know, feeling amazing. And, you know, we killed it. Most of the shows were sold out. And it was like, you know, that's where we are now. It's just like growing. It's like, this is a business, but at the same time, it still can be fun. We don't have to be that party animal. You don't have to be like that to write good music. Yeah, it's completely like 180-degree spin.
It's hard to keep up that pace, though. You know, like
Oh my God, yeah.
when you're younger, you
Yeah.
can do it, but the older you get, it gets tougher to keep up that kind of party pace. And
100%.
and you know, switching it up to like getting a healthy amount of sleep, you know, sleeping in a good area if you have that opportunity,
Yeah.
you know, it's going to make you better at your craft, more entertaining, more fun to be around.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
Well, like, yeah, and we obviously hung out with other bands that were similar at the beginning. So like we all just partied in the whatever city we got into. And I know like Chief State at the time too, when we first did our few tours, every time we hit Vancouver, we play with either Chief State or we hang out with Fraser from Chief State and the boys. And we just like, I think, yeah, Justin Pham, the guitarist for Chief State, the first tour we went on, we stayed at his house for like 3 days. And he didn't even like, I don't even know. He's like, yeah, you can stay here like one night. And then we were just there for like,
just didn't leave.
Yeah. He was just like, oh, you're still here. Cool. Like he,
Cool.
I don't know if he was just like,
when you gonna get the fuck out though?
Just partying, but like he was partying, like he wasn't partying with us because he was doing other things, but like Fraser was there partying with us. But even to this day, like Pham, they're all like good homies of ours. We played with them
for sure
last year. But yeah, no, definitely the having enough money too to go out and book a hotel every night was really good.
Yeah.
I think back in the beginning, you don't really sell out shows and stuff. And as time went on, we started being able to sell out pretty decent venues in Edmonton. And just from those nights, you're making a lot of money to pile up with the merch and the door sales. And so we ended up going on tour with like decent amount of money, and we bought hotel rooms every night. I actually gave the boys a per diem. Everyone got a certain amount of money for food. And
nice.
That was a good feeling. That was kind of just from us like sobering up, getting our act together, figuring it out, marketing better, just taking it a little more seriously, you know? But
Hell yeah. So obviously Nicolas Cage is one of the most iconic actors and most recognizable memes of the last 30 years. But what made you choose Nicolas Rage for your band name?
Man, this story. I don't even know if it's good anymore. So going back to being, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Going back to being party animals, when we first started the band, we went to Story So Far as like a band bonding moment. So, but not a normal people would go to Story So Far. They would go home. We ended up dropping acid for the first time and going to Story So Far. And then we went back to the jam space. And we were just rolling around, being weird, and we kept like, you watch South Park at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know the one like episode where it's like fake movie trailers and they do that little disc scratch, like so they'll be like this fall Rob Schneider is a carrot. And then like he's just, so like for some reason we got fixated on doing that with like inanimate objects. We were like this fall, and we were doing Rob Schneider, and then it got to Nicolas Cage's, and there was one moment we were all outside and we kept trying to get Ray to come back inside. And then like he's like, dude, I found this massive pine cone, and he like threw it at me. And then I was like, this fall, Nicolas Rage is a pine cone, and everyone just thought it was hilarious. So, and they're like, Nicolas Rage, that's our band name. And then all night we just talked about how great that name was. Then we woke up and we're like all hungover and feeling shitty, and we're like, I think our name has to be that now. Like, let's keep thinking, and nothing better came. So that just stayed.
I like it. I mean, you know, you sold yourself on it.
It's an honest story. There's nothing special.
It is special though. It can't, like, there's a real story behind there. You know, it's like, it's not like I couldn't think of a band name, so I pulled open a Hit the Lights lyric book and I found words that went together. You know, that's what I did. You know,
I was gonna say that sounds specific.
Yeah.
Actually, I did that in middle school. We flipped through a thesaurus.
Yeah.
And then we stopped on a word and we're like, okay, no matter what, it has to be our band name. And it was like Hobson's Choice, which means no choice at all. We're like, whoa, okay, it has to be that.
That's wild.
Sometimes that works out really cool, but
deep middle school band right there.
Yeah.
I think the first band name I ever came up with, or I guess we didn't come up, but the first band name we ever chose was, it was something we found in the bartender's Bible. It was called, so this was before the band Five for Fighting got really popular. So we had named our band Five Before Flying. Apparently I don't know what it is, but it's an alcoholic beverage. That was
Sounds
how
cool,
we
though. I like that.
that's how we named the first band.
I like that though. Five Before Flying. It feels good to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like it didn't feel super great because it didn't stick around, but anybody else wants it, go for it.
Do you guys mind if I vape in here? Is that...
You go for it, man.
We're just gonna see a news article that says Nicolas Rage has changed their name to Five Before Flying.
I'm gonna name my next EP that.
There you go. It's yours.
Oh my god, it's
That's
a
all
great
for
one.
you.
I like. Thank you so much, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Thank
You're welcome. I will be taking royalties, of course, but
well, there's always something, isn't there?
always something. So at least to hit you with it now.
You know what? I appreciate your honesty. Oh my god.
So go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's a saying in like music where it's write a word, get a third kind of idea.
So we did a little digging. And you also are a part of a boy band pop trio called Milk.
Yes.
What do you find the most rewarding in performing in a completely different genre?
They're different. It's so different. Oh my god.
It's great though.
Thank you so much. But Milk was like, it's cool. I don't get to talk about Milk too much just because it's pop world's hard to break into, especially in Alberta. It just was a really hard. It's like country or metal, right?
Sure.
And then pop punk. But we all met at MacEwan University as well, and then Robbie Townsend, he's a producer and he was also the guitarist in the band, and then Joel Jeske is probably one of the greatest drummers in the freaking world. I swear to God, he's unbelievable. But we decided, we made like a songwriting band, and then after university we're like, we write pretty good songs together, let's just try it out. It was like an indie pop band and then turned into the synth like pop. But playing shows with that band, we played for a few years around Edmonton, had some bigger shows. We played with Tyler Shaw, played with Paris, like bigger bands. Like, so we somehow got opportunities where like Scenic Route to Alaska, like a bunch of like bigger ones. Because we were the only pop band, so we just got big shows. But we did develop like some steam in Edmonton. So when we played our own shows, we were selling out smaller venues, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But like when I play like Nicolas Rage sellout shows, it's sweaty, it's hot. Like I don't know if I'm wearing my own underwear, and like
right.
People are crowd surfing, just screaming the words, and it's like, oh sorry, it's amazing. Like it's so much energy, you just feed off it. We play a Milk show though, and it's just so tight. It's like soundscapey. It sounds massive. And then at the end of the song, you hear a pin drop. It's just like everyone's just like captivated feeling. And then the cheers come really loud after, but it's such a different feeling. Rage, it's like, I feel like everyone's there with me. And then Milk, I feel like everyone's just hanging on everything I'm saying.
Sure.
So it's a really cool, like completely different atmosphere. And I really appreciate that I've got to experience that world a little bit. And it's on hiatus right now just because Rage has taken up so much of my time. Yeah. But one day I might start writing with those guys again and release some music. We have actually a whole EP pretty much tracked.
Oh wow,
to release. So, but yeah, no, cool. Thanks for digging. That's cool.
Yeah,
you've heard my emo pop band.
It's great though. Like anyone listening, check it out. It's fucking tight, man. Like it's a whole different vibe for sure.
Those guys are like I said, like the most talented people. Like I was the dummy in the room, with that band. like they were just so good at what they did, and like obviously like I helped out and stuff too. But man, it was a pleasure working with those guys, and I still get to call them friends and work with them time to time. So
hell yeah, I remember when I was doing working on the interview and stuff for this. I was like, sent Matt. I'm like, Matt, you gotta fucking check this out. Look what I found, man. Check this out.
He was in love with it.
Yeah, I thought it was great, man.
Awesome, dude. That's like, I love that. Thank you, man. I do catch, like, every once in a while I'll go and listen to those tunes, and yeah, it's pretty surreal feeling just to like know we created those in the hours it took to like perfect every sound that you hear.
Yeah.
Every single vocal take. Like there's barely any, like we tried to do the Billie Eilish thing on a lot of the songs where there's like just barely any auto-tune.
Mhm.
And then just basically perfect takes and just the
Right.
amount of effort.
It's hard. Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard. And it's such a different style of singing compared to Rage. And yeah, it's fun. I like to sing different genres though. Like punk, so the punk's fun. I love the emotion in it. I try to make my own tone and my own voice for punk. Like I don't try to sound like any other punk singer that much. I've heard that I sound like Jason McAllister, I think his name is. What's his, the guy who sings like "Good Night Moon, Good Night You"? That's all I ever think about. I can't remember. McAllister, something McAllister.
I don't know. It looks like Matt's typing. Is Matt typing?
Trying.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, but someone's like, I've heard it so many times, and I've heard of the band like back in like the early like 2010s kind of thing. Anyway, but like I've been really like diehard and like developing like my own kind of voice for Nicolas Rage.
Yeah.
Taking a while to like do, but to do that and then to find like my own voice in pop was a really cool experience to do with myself and to like experiment to do with my own voice, which is really fun.
Oh yeah, Matt. Any luck?
I didn't find it.
No.
I gotta find it now. I gotta find it now.
Gave up. Okay. Well, before we move on, we got one more question before we go to a quick break. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you had known when you were first starting out, what would it be?
So giving advice to the listeners like about being in a band.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I'm just joking. No. You gotta want it. I think like you gotta know that it's something you're willing to put in the effort every single day and waking up and not expect it to just be an overnight thing. Like don't do it for the views, don't do it for the clicks, do it because you love doing it and be smart about it. Like be the best version of yourself doing it and learn every day. That's something I've been able to appreciate as I go. And you're going to have bad days. You're going to have really good days. So really, really look forward to those ones and don't let the bad days shake you up too much. And if it does, channel that into your writing.
Oh yeah, it's great advice.
Hopefully that helped.
Yeah.
Don't listen to not do it. That was just kidding. I wouldn't change a second of my life. I love it.
I don't think that anybody, that wants to take being a musician like fully seriously would ever let somebody saying don't do it, and be like, well, that's it, I'm out.
I'm done. No, I think we all kind of.
Jeremy told me I'm done.
Can you imagine I just ruined some careers right now? Oh my god. No, I don't think anyone really goes into it without like that on their mind. Like you got to be a little crazy to try.
Yeah, it's like I say this all the time. It is like being a career musician is one of the hardest, dumbest decisions you can make, because it's so fucking hard.
You gotta be strong.
But if you love it, you love it. It's one of those things. It's like it's not like you could just like not do it if it's like in your blood. You're gonna do it.
And it's also like it's so much more rewarding when you get a win doing something you love than getting a win doing something that you don't care much about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's something, it's so different. Like if I get a promotion at work or if I had a good day at work or something and it's like, yeah, that was nice. Like I'm in a good mood today. If I get like 1 million streams on a song, like I'm literally like loss of words, I'm crying. I'm like, this is like, my dream. This is what I worked so freaking hard on this. That feeling is something you can't describe unless you experience it, and you never get to experience it if you give up. You need to go. You need to just do it every single day. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And with that piece of advice, we are going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with our next segment.
Hey, Pat here with Unsigned Pop Punk. We're a community dedicated to building up the music scene by shining a spotlight on up-and-coming bands. Now, I know what you must be thinking. These guys must be raking in the cash. Wrong. But you can help us help others by picking up some merch. We found what big business is selling shirts for, and we slashed the prices. We saw what people are charging for sweatshirts, and we windmill kicked those prices in the face. So pick up some merch from us today. You won't be mad you did. What's up, friends? We're super stoked to tell you that we just partnered with GFUEL. And let me tell you, there is no more pop punk beverage on the market right now than GFUEL. GFUEL keeps you energized, focused, and hydrated. If you go to gfuel.com right now and use code UnsignedPopPunk, you're gonna save 20% off your entire order. You can get it in the tub form and have 40 freaking servings of flavors like Rick and Morty's Unstable Portal Fluid, which is a delicious strawberry limeade, or get something in the can form like Sonic's Peach Rings or Crash Bandicoot's Wumpa Fruit. Go to gfuel.com and check it out for yourself. Let us know what your favorite flavor is. And once again, don't forget to use our code UnsignedPopPunk to save 20%. It's a heck of a deal, man.
And we're back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I know I'm back. You know, I'm not gonna.
It's just Matt.
Just Matt came back.
Patrick
okay,
and Jeremy are doing something else.
No, you know, I'm not gonna talk about it for too much. But Pat, your friend Bob still has not messaged me.
No.
For listeners at home, this is your first time hearing this. I have given Pat's friend Bob a shout out for the last 15 episodes. At this,
We're not even on episode 15 yet. Are we?
No.
This,
Well,
I think, is maybe.
Editor Pat, can
14.
you put up on the screen how many episodes we're at right now?
I think we're at 14.
Okay. Well, either way, Bob, it's over. I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. It's you. It's not me.
It's you. It's not me.
But with that being said, we are going into our food for thought segment where we're going to ask great Nicolas Rage, Jeremy, some interesting, impactful food questions.
I have no accountability for the things I'm about to say. I don't know what this is, and my mouth just says words. So
Well,
that's my warning.
You've got this.
you got
Okay.
this.
I'm scared.
We've talked a lot about show experiences. You just finished a show. The vibes and the crowd were feeling it. You know, crowd surfing, everything's going well. You got to eat. What's the post-show food stop?
Sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah.
Anywhere in particular? Is there like a
Just like
hometown
the most
anywhere?
butt fuck middle of nowhere sushi place. If I
Any
could just-
sushi place that's open at
the
2 in the
first-
morning.
The first place I see. 7-Eleven sushi, even.
Quick Trip.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Quick.
or whatever.
No,
Do you have Quick Trips up in Canada?
I don't think so.
No, probably not.
No,
7-Eleven. That I mean,
Actually, it's pizza. I lied. I just want it to sound cool.
because sushi. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't fuck with sushi, and I don't know if I could fuck with 2 a.m. sushi. But
Oh god,
I was gonna be like,
7-Eleven sushi.
you're a brave man.
I've actually eaten 7-Eleven sushi once, and I vomited. Like, it wasn't good. It was bad. It wasn't.
You know
wasn't-
what's probably an unpopular opinion, and I'm hoping maybe you guys have these up in Canada, but one of my favorite just horrific gas station food like choices are like the Da Bomb burritos. Have you ever seen those? They're like just massive. Like
Are they ones you microwave?
yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a version of those.
Yeah, like I think one of them here is called Da Bomb, and it's like spicy meat and beans.
Just like the worst poops ever after.
Well, like one of the things that like always drove me nuts about these fucking burritos, right? There's like you get the two options. Microwavable burritos is bullshit. You can either have bean and cheese or you can have meat and beans. Why can't I have cheese with my meat and beans.
Yeah. Why is
Like, who doesn't want cheese in their fucking burrito?
cheese and meat? Like iconically go together. Like it does.
Right.
And cheese and burritos with meat happen all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Who gets a burrito and doesn't want cheese?
Whoever runs that company hasn't had a real burrito. They're just guessing. That's
AI burrito.
Yeah. Chat CTP burritos.
What they think it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty aliens. They're aliens. They're like, these are what earthlings like.
Absolutely.
I just can't get out of my head the post-show sushi, gas station sushi. Just Nicolas Rage fans. Your front man here, he just likes to just eat.
Just wants to watch the world burn.
Wants to eat the shitty sushi and just diarrhea himself into the next show.
Just know before every show I'm having explosive diarrhea. So
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Just so when you look at me up there singing,
And you're just going like this.
Yeah.
That's not pain. That's just
Yeah.
That's not
That's me
pain.
fighting
That's
the
not
urge to
him
shit
reaching
myself.
for. Yeah, not reaching for the next vocal.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
that's
loaf.
great. Oh, I was gonna say something, I forgot now.
that's okay. What is your go-to on the road snack while you're on tour?
Corn nuts, but I need corn nuts with like a beef stick.
Mhm.
I need to fist a handful of corn nuts, eat a beef stick together.
Like same time? Like has
Yeah,
to
and yeah,
be
it
the
has-
combo.
yeah, it has to be the combo. And I need Red Bull, like with it.
man of culture.
Yeah. My band even like that's not even a joke. Like I am not setting up. My band's even like, why are you the way you are?
I like the
Like-
the Red Bull chaser. It's like having a fine wine with your cut of meat. It just accentuates the nuttiness of the corn.
The nut. Accentuates the nut. You know, I don't know. There's something about that flavor combination. Like I
That
love
big
it.
veiny beef stick with the nuts and
So
Dude,
like,
the
does it?
It's not even fun because like my jaw hurts so
Yeah.
much at the end of it.
So does it? Is it like just a regular flavor, or do you need like teriyaki?
No, original of both.
Original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meat and nuts.
Well, what kind of an original corn nut as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Original
Okay.
salted corn nut and like an original just beef. Like what are the ones in the white? I don't know. You're from the States, so we don't have probably the same brands. I can't even remember what they are. They're the white package. I don't know what they're called. But they're the good kind, is what we would say up here in the north. Get the good
Okay.
kind.
Yeah,
Well, I think we have like Jack Links.
Yeah, we have those too, but it's not the Jack Links. No.
Okay.
It's like Mr. something or okay.
I don't think we have any Mr. Meat.
No, Mr. Meat's down here.
Mr. Meat
Nope.
Stick.
No Mr. Meat sticks.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's like probably the weirdest one. I had to say it because like I've been living with that for a while and only my band knows about it. So
I mean,
get that
corn
off my
nuts are
chest.
great.
Yeah.
Beef sticks are great. Red Bull is great. There's nothing wrong with your combo. I'm sure there's a reason for it.
it's unexplainable the flavor. It's just
I
amazing.
want to try this now. Like, I
Yeah,
feel-
we'll try it.
Yeah, you just
get back
you
to
gotta
it.
put a corn nut, a bite, chew, drink.
One corn nut,
No, like a handful of like 5.
a grip. Okay, a grip
Yeah,
of corn
a
nuts.
grip a nut, and then like
Grip a nut.
a good
Beef
amount
stick.
of and then, yeah. Oh god, and then I got a sandwich.
And then I found $5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking about Tim Wilson's package the entire time. No, that's okay. No, it's really good, man. You gotta try it. It's weird.
I'll try it.
My
I think
band will
this-
never try it. Anyway, sorry.
I think this is the most important question in this section.
Perfect.
If there was a Nicolas Rage themed restaurant, what would be on the menu?
Ooh.
2 a.m.
Oh,
sushi.
Anything that makes you shit your pants. like, as soon as you eat, it's like rush to get home.
Oh,
And like we
2
only
a.m.
allow
sushi. Mr. Meat.
burritos without cheese.
The bomb burritos with no cheese.
Yeah, and like we only let people in a restaurant who are uncomfortable pooping in public bathrooms. So like they won't do it, and they have to rush home and shit, and they're going to like have to be like super close. Yeah, it's gonna be out of town too, so it's gonna be a hard drive home.
No
Yeah.
parking.
It's gonna
Just-
be a bad place
just
to go. No one's
Squenching the whole time, you know.
Yeah. I'm
Ra-
sorry. I feel like I should have took it that more seriously.
That's your answer.
That's it. I can't
His
change.
bandmates are going, you went with shitting our pants.
You went seriously? This is what you decided to do?
You guys don't. Yeah, they should let me talk, man.
We're gonna have
If you hear
shirts
the
now
bit-
that just say Mr. Stick Poopy Pants.
Yeah,
That's what we're gonna do?
yeah. That's our merch line now. Yeah.
Mr.
Oh my
Stick
God.
Poopy Pants? Great. I love
Honestly,
this.
it's not much different than the banter at our shows. Like,
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you need to make a shirt design with a meat stick holding like a cartoon meat stick with a corn nut and a Red Bull.
Yeah. Might have to now. We actually have to make shirts called Man Musk now,
Yeah.
because we had like a pretty big show at one of the bigger venues here, and then I just did this weird like spiel about Mark, our bass player, ran past me, and like I was just like, Mark, I could smell you. He's like, dude, that's gross. Don't talk about it. And then I was like, no, I like it. And I just started
a
talking
nice
about
musk.
like how I wanted to bottle up his smell and just rub it on. It was just the weirdest banter in the world, but everyone was eating it up, and I was like, man musk. I want your man musk. It's like musk milk or something. It was
I
weird,
like it.
But
See,
we've had like fans after that show be like, you need a man musk shirt. Like
I feel like I'm picturing this shirt right now. Like you got this like nice, your Scranton, Pennsylvania shirt. I think if you did like a nice arts shirt like that, and it says like Nicolas Rage up top, it's got a hand like this, like a hand drawn with some corn nuts in it, and then below it just says "Get a grip of nuts."
I love that.
Like for no good reason. That's just the shirt.
And people don't know, especially if they haven't like heard the podcast. Like
It's
I
grip
I
of
want
nuts.
that. I want that. I would
Yeah,
buy that.
they will and be like, I don't know what that means, but it's a sick design.
Yeah, I do want to get a grip of nuts.
I love a grip of nuts, man.
Just like get corn nuts immediately. We should get sponsored by corn nuts. Actually,
We should message them. Hey,
check out this podcast episode.
check out this podcast episode. I got this band. They really like your nuts, and if you got an in with Mr. Beef, some Mr. Meat, they want some Mr. Meat too. If you know Mr. Meat, hook us up.
Oh, my face hurts, dude.
That Canadian meat company's they're stopping.
Not even real.
The worst part is like I can't just figure that out. I can't like just Google Mr. Meat.
You can.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get something else.
Oh, I'm gonna
Hey,
Google it.
that Nicolas Rage band came on the radio and
Nicolas Rage Band was on the radio talking about Mr. Meats.
I think that's us.
Our children demographics been gone a long time ago. Moms don't let their kids listen to us.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story. I teach music that's my job.
Mhm.
Music.
I did see that as well, actually. Yeah, I came across that.
I had a kid in Edmonton come in, and he showed me the song he wanted to learn, and it was Gravity.
Oh, nice.
I was like, that's my song. And he's like, no, that's my band.
Yeah.
So either his like dad is like a Nicolas Rage fan or something, and saw I was the teacher. I don't know how that happened, but I was like, that was a weird.
That's
situation.
awesome.
This kid was like 8. So you shouldn't listen to that song.
Why are you listening to us? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Cool.
Yeah, but stop.
Let's stop before you get too far.
Yeah, your mind's not developed enough for this. Yeah, that was a cool situation.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Well, that is it for the food for thought section. That we only you get 3 specialty food questions, but
Did I
now,
pass?
huh?
Did I pass?
You did. I mean, so
I-
far,
Did I
but
win?
now you've got now's the real test.
Oh.
Now is our rapid fire question segment.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
Just gonna speak from the heart. You're gonna
Okay.
shoot from the hip.
I'm a terrible aim.
You can't fuck this up.
All right, I gotta get a quick vape in. I'm
Okay.
stressed. I'm just
Don't lose it. This is the very important stuff.
I'm so stressed.
Okay, are you ready?
I have anxiety.
Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow?
Mountain Dew.
Horror or comedy movies?
Both.
Fair. This isn't an either or question. It's just a question that popped into my mind. I wanted to know what everybody thought. Do you still actually listen to the radio?
Yes.
Yeah.
I listen to country radio.
Country radio station. They got any Garth Brooks on there?
Now more Morgan Wallen. There's some Bailey Zinnerman. It's really cool.
I think
newer
I'm
artists.
too. I've come too far for whatever those country artists are.
Yeah, the new country is pretty good. It's pretty good.
If you're not saying like Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, George Strait, I ain't
Faith
gonna
Hill.
know anymore.
Shania Twain is the best
Well,
country artist. of all time.
Shania Twain, or T Swizzle,
Yeah,
Taylor
T-Swizzle.
Swift.
Yeah, it's the best artist of all time, right there. One of them.
One
She'll
of
go
for
down,
sure.
She'll go down as one of them.
Oh yeah. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon
Thin crust or regular crust pizza?
stuffed crust.
Ooh, that's like the most pop punk pizza you can fucking have, I think, right there.
You need
Good old
cheese
stuffed
stretch.
crust.
Cheese pull on all ends. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But if
Um,
I had to choose, thin crust.
No, I'll let you have the stuffed crust. You get to have
Sweet.
that. That's for
Yeah.
you.
I appreciate it.
Now this is probably the most important question of the entire show, entire series, probably.
Mhm.
Lindsay Lohan or Tara Reid?
Matt Reed.
Matt Reid?
I'll
Nice.
Did I mess up your name too?
No, you got it right, Pat.
Okay.
No.
Oh god, I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure that's it.
No, you're right.
Matt Reed and Lindsay Lohan, but Matt Reed
Nice.
is staring at me and Lindsay Lohan staring at him while we're naked.
Whoa. Nice. Nice. There you go.
I got weird. I'm sorry.
Ugh.
Sorry, Matt.
Oh.
Get him out of here.
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to explain this to my wife.
Oh, she's there too. She's there too.
She's in the closet.
Nothing sexual is happening. We're just
No,
trying
no.
to convince you to be, declothed like us and just live life that way in a free manner.
This
And
is
just
a nudist
go.
camp.
Yeah, nudist.
No.
Got it.
Run by me and Lindsay Lohan.
Apparently.
Good friends. We're good friends.
Good. Like this. Tight.
Just-
We're tight. We're tight.
Okay.
Got two more. Newfound
Okay.
Glory or MXPX?
Newfound Glory.
Nice. Now this one, I don't know if you'll know because, Canada and all. It's not a knock. It's just
We're
different country.
uncultured swines,
No, you are very cultured. Very cultured.
Yeah.
Are you able to sing us the O'Reilly Auto Parts jingle?
No. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
See, the like.
I can sing you Speedy Glass. Speedy Glass repair. Speedy Glass replace. Do you know that one?
We have that too, but it's Safe Light, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I actually saw that and I thought it was a Mandela effect. And then
Yeah,
I was like, no, it's just
Safe Light
American.
repairs, Safe Light replace.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just Speedy Glass repair. Speedy Glass replace.
Wow. So
Yeah.
like, it's got to be the same thing then, right? Like just
Yeah, it's the same company, just one's Light Life or whatever, and one's Speedy Glass. But it's like the same. Why not the same? Why is it different?
yeah. Maybe
I have
because
questions.
maybe wherever they're from originally, like if it's in like if it started in Canada, maybe like Speedy Glass, right? Speedy Glass.
Yeah, maybe something was already Speedy Glass in America if it
Yeah.
started in Canada, or vice
And
versa.
then vice versa. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, you know what? We figured it out. No,
Look at that.
mystery. Yeah, that's the answer, even if it's not.
I'm sure it is.
Like,
I mean, it probably.
Sorry.
I'm just saying, probably is. Fuck them.
What's the jingle that you wanted me to sing? How does it go?
O'Reilly's like, O'Reilly Auto Parts.
No, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
It's probably one of the more universal like commercials we have in America. Before the season before this, we were trying to get everybody to sing the Bagel Bites jingle.
Don't know
That was very difficult. Much more difficult.
I'm trying to think of like jingles in Canada. I don't even.
Does Tim Hortons have a jingle?
No.
I know of Tim Hortons.
Always fresh, always Tim Hortons.
It's kind of like the Speedy Glass.
Yeah, it's all just a major like pentatonic scale.
Yeah, it's just like
Jingle writer.
they have the one jingle writer that just like it's the same fucking jingle, just different words.
Is McDonald's the same though? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, cool.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
loving it.
I'm loving it.
I wish Tom DeLonge did it instead of Justin Timberlake. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, tonight, I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, it would have been way cooler. Actually, JT's pretty dope too.
Did Justin Timberlake do it?
Yeah, I think so.
For real?
Yeah, that's Justin Timberlake's voice. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
No way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just going with it.
Yeah, let's look it up. I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
looking.
I might have made that up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it.
Only facts in this interview.
Did Justin Timberlake? I'm loving it is a song by singer-songwriter Justin Timberlake.
Woo! I'm not crazy.
That's
Yes, I
fucking
was
nuts.
generally concerned for myself.
Dude, this is insane. Look at this. Okay, hold up. It's a song by Justin Timberlake, who originally written as a jingle for McDonald's, but is produced by the Neptunes and was written by Pharrell and
This goes
other
deep,
people.
dude.
Yeah, it's like
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, da-da-da-da. So it's a 10-note song, and all of these things are involved.
and it took Justin Timberlake, the Neptunes, and Pharrell to fucking do it. Jesus.
Illuminati.
And there's only like 2-3 words. 4 if you can please bada.
My mind is fucking blown right now.
Humans are so crazy.
That's insane. That's awesome. I love this so much.
God, I'm so happy you looked that up. I learned something. I learned something new today.
I learned, like, I'm gonna tell my wife.
I gotta tell someone.
I gotta call my dad.
Call my dad. I'm calling him right now. Oh
Dad.
my God.
Jeez, Dad.
Oh my
Knocking
God.
everything off my desk. I'm so excited.
excited. Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, shit, Jeremy, that's it. You did it. You finished the podcast.
Did I ruin my reputation though?
Probably not. Everybody's just gonna think you're super entertaining.
Weird. A little weird.
And you're a wordsmith, and you're funny.
You love corn nuts.
You love corn nuts, Mr. B. Mr. Meat. Yeah,
Mr.
Mr. Meat. But Jeremy, now's the chance. Let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find Nicolas Rage, what y'all got coming up. What's next?
You can find us Nicolas Rage Noise on Instagram. You can find us at Nicolas_Rage on TikTok. And what's next is we're gonna release an EP, and it's gonna have some of the most heart-wrenching, depressing songs you have ever heard. See, I'm funny on the outside, but I'm dying on the inside. Yes.
Aren't
Good.
we all?
Yes.
Quite quaint.
Quaint. That was used properly.
Quite quaint.
Bless you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a wordsmith too.
Yeah, dude, you want to co-write the next EP?
Yep. I'm
So
in.
instead of "I want to die tonight," we should say "I want to quite quaint tonight."
Perfect.
Perfect rewrite.
I want to
No,
quite
but-
quaint with you.
No, the next batch of songs should be. We don't have really a timeline yet, but hoping to be early September or late August for the first single.
Hell yeah.
And hopefully people like it, so we can continue to make music and still have a label and not get dropped. So.
You know, you keep saying that. I think you're okay. I think you're gonna be all right. You know,
It's just a fear. It's just
it's just a deep-seated fear.
I have a deep-seated fear that everything I love will leave me. I don't know why. I just feel that.
This is the most emo fucking interview I think we've done yet.
But like also not.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's also talking about pooping and so like it is so pop punk. It's sickening right now.
We had a lot of directions today.
Dude, we're so pop punk.
We covered everything.
We're so pop punk, dude.
I regret nothing. This is one of the funnest interviews I've had.
Good. Hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm happy. I'm happy we were able to finally connect. So
yeah, me too, man. I'll be on your it's gonna be great now that I comment on your TikToks and you're just gonna know my persona.
Mhm.
You're gonna know who I am and just be like, get the fuck out of here.
Be like, fuck you. Hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Get bent, dude.
Yeah. Just start squirting me with a squirt bottle. Like, no, go. Funny story before I leave. I had a squirt bottle at my previous band's house for me for when I was annoying.
Oh.
They would just squirt me. It said Jeremy on the bottle. Yeah. Yeah. Mostly because I pulled out my wiener at inappropriate times, like when company came.
Yeah, that's the closing.
On that note, this has been another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? Podcast about life in the music industry. And
I was 20. I didn't know any better.
We'll see you all next week there.
If you can't laugh at yourself,
Thanks so much for sticking around, everybody. Welcome to the Unsigned Pop Punk News. As always, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite part of today's show? What are your thoughts on this week's topics? Got any stories? Any juicy deets about Nicolas Rage? Come on, give us some juicy deets. Yeah, we want to hear your thoughts. Easiest way to do that, join us on Discord. I'm not going to give you the code. Find us. Let's go. Join us on Discord. No, I'm just kidding. Discord.gg. Get ready. Get your notepad. It's all the same. We're not paying for it yet. Discord.gg/capital KYRQ C3TR lowercase AF.
Oh, just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Just rolls off the tongue. Also, if you're joining us from that ad, you have to tell us in the Discord. I just want to meet one person who types in that.
It's just like pausing it. It's like, what was it? KY jelly. Okay, I remember that for KY jelly. Okay, RK. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I broke Matt.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. But we have something very exciting to announce. I think this might even be our first time announcing it.
Mm-hmm.
We might have made a post over the weekend, but if we didn't, exclusive right here. Not exclusive, first time. We have just announced right now, 15% off of every purchase of our gender equality shirt is going to be donated to the Trevor Project. If you don't know, Trevor Project has their mission is to end suicide among LGBTQ youth. Help us in supporting the amazing cause and support saving young LGBTQ lives.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Like this is something we've been in the process of working on for a bit now. We wanted to start donating money from those shirts and picking organizations, a few different different organizations a few different times a year, and the Trevor Project is the first that we'll be working with, so we're super excited to be doing this with them, and we're excited for them to let us do this. So hell yeah. So yeah, help us support this cause, and let's save some lives here. Once again, as we say every week, we're working on the festival, all the festival stuff. It takes time, lots of time. We lots of festivals have been announced, like a 4-Chord Festival and things like that. We're hoping to be out at that. We're hoping to be out at a bunch of them. We're working on a whole summer slew of fests. We're also continuing to work on our own punk rock flea market. So we have a bunch of stuff coming up. Twitch news, New Music Friday on Tuesdays, every Tuesday 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and the super awesome music video show live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/unsigned pop punk. If you're ever wanting to be a part of any of our unsigned pop punk projects, let's go to unsignedpoppunk.com. Everything we do you can access on the website. You want to be on the playlist, unsignedpoppunk.com. You want to be on the super awesome music video show, unsignedpoppunk.com. You want to be on our next showcase, because we just did. Matt, tell them about the showcase. It was great.
We deleted the showcase.
No, tell them how it went.
It was beautiful. I had to do the hand motions though. The showcase. It was beautiful. We had 6 beautiful bands telling us their beautiful stories and answering our ridiculous questions, all in the span of roughly 10 minutes, probably a little more, but we weren't counting. It's okay. It was the first time. There were a little hiccups, but you won't know that because you weren't there live. And Pat sprinkled his little Salt Bay edits on, so it made Matt not look like a dummy. But if you want to see Matt hit the wrong button, you got to see the next showcase live and in person on twitch.tv/unsignedpoppunk.
Yeah, you want to watch them flubs, you got to be there in person. I make little magic edits, but you can't if you want to see the showcase. It is the first showcase we did is up. It is season 3, episode 13. So you can watch it on YouTube or you can listen to it wherever you stream your podcasts. So yes, it was the episode before this one. Go check it out. It was awesome. It was super fun. Lots of cool stuff.
Still here listening to this, just you're at the end. We're wrapping up here. Just you don't need to go anywhere else. You don't need to go find cat videos if you still do that. Just we got a video queued up for you. Take the cue. Take it. It's okay.
Take the cue.
Like Nicolas Rage said, take the jump into the previous episode and watch the showcase.
Yeah, that's what he meant all the time.
The whole time.
Jeremy was saying it the whole time. Take the jump into more unsigned pop punk. That's it. But that's it. And that's the way the news goes. Thanks again to Nicolas Rage, Jeremy, for hanging out with us today. Thanks, Matt, for doing this with me every week. Thank you, Lawrence, for being Art Master Lawrence.
Art Master.
Thank you to me for editing all the episodes.
Thank you, Editor Pat.
Thank you, Editor Pat. But yeah, that's it. Thanks everybody that's a part of this. Thank you, Gibby, for being the superest Gibby you can be, and the super awesome Twitch, the hostest with the mostest. Thanks everybody, and we'll see y'all next week.
Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you so much to those of you who already are. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else you stream your podcasts. If you're in the position to help us grow and like behind the scenes access and exclusive shows, head on over to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/unsignedpopunk. www.patreon.com/unsignedpoppunk. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see on the show and what other content you'd like to see. Thank you all so much.